Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Gabriel Knight, not the Sins of the Father, that was the first game, The Beast Within. Dang it, I went so many episodes without doing that, I almost did it so many times. Anyway, last time we discovered a little hidden secret room in the Hunting Club, and we also had a little chat with Von Glauer, who, seems to be very into getting back to the primal roots of nature. Anyway, we're done talking with him, and just to tell you, this episode is also going to be very dialogue heavy. Probably the next few episodes, but it's very interesting stuff nonetheless. Let's get out of here.
Well, I hate to say it, but I should go.
It's been a rare pleasure.
Yeah. I've been kind of isolated over here myself.
I'll see you at the club tonight, won't I?
Oh, right.
And perhaps you'd like to come over for a drink after that? It'll give us a chance to talk some more about the others.
I'd like that. Thanks.
Alright, so let's head back to the plaza. And it's now that I want to go talk to Von Zell, and I was going to start the episode back in the club, but then I realized I'd ended off before I'd even left, and you didn't get to see that dialogue, so yeah. You get to see me walking again, because I'm too lazy to cut it out. I already have to do enough editing with my other two other Let's Plays that I'm doing right now, with all the random battles I have to edit out. Jeez, especially with Evo Land, I had to edit out so many battles in that. Like, you should see my recording thing, it's crazy. Anyway. I guess the police have cleaned up and left there. So, back to the club we go. And back to talk to Von Zell.
May I speak with you, Baron Von Zell?
Yes? What is it?
Let's ask about himself.
So, what do you do for a living, Baron Von Zell?
For a living? My family is in banking, Herr Knight. What do you do for a living?
Me? I'm a writer.
A writer? How aggressive of you.
How aggressive? What does that even mean?
I take it you're particularly fond of hunting. I noticed the photographs downstairs. You and the Baron sure do get around.
We are the best? You may find that out for yourself someday.
Oh, I'm anxious for us to hit the field. I have a feeling there's a lot I could learn from you.
You may find yourself more challenged than you can imagine.
True. I don't get in as much practice as I'd like, and hunting's like any other sport. The more you do it, the better you get.
Bullshit! Hunting is a matter of the spirit, of will.
So it is.
However, Evan could see that Von Glauer and I have had more practice than the others in the club. We used to hunt together quite a bit.
Used to. You don't hunt together anymore?
No, not often.
It's interesting. Wonder what happened between them two.
Are you and Von Glauer too busy to hunt much these days, or have y'all fallen out?
I suppose I've simply outgrown him.
Really? In what way?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh.
Okay.
How about telling me about the other club members?
I have a better idea. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
Like what?
For example, why are you in Munich?
Oh, I'm just vacationing and thought I'd stop by on my way through.
Really? And where are you staying in Munich?
Outside of town a ways.
Which suburb?
I'm on a farm, actually. And you know, I don't remember the name of the area. Probably couldn't pronounce it anyway.
Yes. Quite curious for someone with a supposedly high Germanic background.
Yep. I guess going out and making your mark on the rest of the world will do that to a family line.
It's probably best not to let him know where we live.
The club seems to be an exciting place. Do y'all travel much as a group?
No.
Really? You don't hunt abroad?
We are all very busy men.
No, isn't that odd?
Now this topic will come up. Don't pick this one until very last because that will end the conversation.
So, how do you like the club?
Herr Knight, if you wish to learn about the club, you should keep your mouth shut and observe.
All right.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
No.
That was very ominous music for a simple no.
You mentioned that y'all don't go on hunting trips abroad?
We do not.
But those trophies in the basement, y'all really have white tigers in Germany or lions?
The majority of what the club hunts are far more common species, Herr Knight. The trophies in the basement are exceptions, and they were obtained quite legally.
Whoa, you misunderstand me, Baron von.
I think not. In any case, the basement is not public territory, and its contents are, therefore, none of your concern.
Of course, I do apologize.
As a guest of this club, the why you are a guest of this club is a mystery to me. But as a guest, perhaps you should limit your prowling and sniffing to areas which you are offered openly by those who belong here.
You're so right.
Jeez, you're like a 5-year-old. Who's the aggressive one now? Alright, let's get out of here because we have an invitation from Commissar Lieber to actually visit him and speak with him. So we can finally do that. Time to walk again. Why do they have to make this so far? I mean, I guess they did want to like show off the Munich Plaza and everything, and that's pretty cool. One thing I do love about these games is that they take a lot from a factual historical basis. Like especially this game and the next game, they just are amazing in that way. I love like fictional stories that actually take you know, real historical settings and history. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean. Like that's why I love the Assassin's Creed series as well. Why I love the National Treasure movies. Anyway, let's go to the police station now. The music.
Kommen Sie herein.
Commissar Lieber, so generous of you to see me.
Sit down, Mr. Knight. Now, you will tell me what you think you know about this case, yes?
How do you say, quid pro quo in German?
There is no translation.
Thanks so much for your time.
Sit down. What are you proposing exactly?
You want information? I want information. It's, kind of convenient that way.
I can't give you police information.
Why not? I'm not asking for anything confidential. Hell, I can't even read the damn newspapers around here. Press release stuff, that's all I want.
All right. But then it's your turn. Agreed?
I hear you.
Quid pro quo. I wonder if they do use that in other countries, because that's actually Latin, so. Guess we're taking a look at this while he's just watching on, like, what are you doing? What is this?
This map, it marks the locations of all the wolf killings, right?
Yes. What?
The one last night, the one in the middle, doesn't really fit, does it?
It has to fit. It happened.
I suppose.
Alright, and what's, Oh well, let's, talk with him some more. We'll actually talk with him in the first place and, see what else he has to say. I think I should have talked with him first before looking at that, because there's something you can only activate, I believe, after bringing up a certain subject.
How long have you been a commissar?
10 years.
All of them here in Munich?
Yes.
And a criminal commissar is like, what, a police detective in America?
Americans don't have so many ranks, I think. A German criminal commissar is, say, more like an English chief inspector.
Ah, P.D. James.
What?
Nothing.
I'm guessing Commissar Lever doesn't read much.
Tell me about the other victims.
What do you want to know?
How many victims have there been?
5, including the one downtown.
Could there be bodies out there that you haven't found yet?
No. The killings have been done in broad daylight. Body parts left like a trail of boat criminal. Breadcrumbs?
Jack the Ripper Wolf.
Yikes, that's gross.
When were the other victims killed?
The first was 32 days ago.
2 days after the zoo wolves escaped. And the others?
The 2 teenage boys were killed 20 days ago. The Huber girl 6 days ago.
They're speeding up.
Maybe.
No, I don't think the escape of the zoo wolves and the murders are a coincidence in the fact that they were so close together. But there's no evidence to point that the zoo wolves are the ones that are actually doing the killings. So what is that about?
What about the locations of the killings? Any pattern there?
You can see for yourself if you like. I have a marked map on the wall. Until last night, the killer always struck 30 to 40 minutes outside the city. The first was killed north of München near Esching. The 2 males were killed in Feldkirchen, that's east. Toni Huber was killed on her parents' farm just west of Lachem.
And we do know where the 5th one was killed.
What does forensics say about the killer?
That information is not for the press.
But the bite marks, saliva, You've seen the bodies, I haven't.
All I can say is, it is an animal.
Mind if I take a guess? Your boys in the lab say the bite marks are canine and are closer to wolf than to dog. But beyond that, they can't pin it down. Nothing like it on the records. Probably a weird hybrid. Yeah. That's what I thought.
So yeah, the evidence report that we got matches the evidence report that his forensic analysts came to as well.
Have you given any thought at all about the possibility of
What?
a werewolf? Never mind.
I love how he doesn't even respond to that.
The killer isn't one of the zoo wolves, is it?
That is information the press does not have, Mr. Knight. I expect it to stay that way.
I understand.
As you pointed out so loudly at the crime scene, evidence on the killer does not match what we know of the zoo wolves.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that?
Either there is a mistake with the zoo records.
I think the zoo would know if they had a reddish-brown hybrid in the wolf kennel.
I didn't say it was likely. Another possibility is, of course, that another animal is responsible.
Wild?
Possibly. Maybe. A pet.
A pet? As in maybe the reason you haven't been able to track the thing is that it's going into someone's home.
It's possible.
So there's a possibility there, I guess. I guess this is family in this background. A nice touch there. Didn't notice that. I miss Detective Mosley, though.
You keep saying an animal. You found evidence of only one animal? One bite pattern, one saliva type?
Yes.
Yet two wolves escaped from the zoo.
As you say, the zoo wolves do not figure into this at all.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. No, I definitely would not say that.
But we definitely don't want the public to know that the zoo wolves aren't the ones doing the killing, because the alternatives are much scarier.
Tell me about the latest victim.
Male, 52, Grossberg was the name. He was a furrier. Ironic, isn't it?
A furrier. What an amazing coincidence.
Coincidence indeed.
Have any theories about why the killer struck downtown this time?
No. Do you?
I read somewhere that wolves are clean animals. They don't kill close to their lair unless they're forced to.
What lair? What are you talking about?
Not sure, actually. Random thought.
Close to their lair. The only place that we know of that it was close to was right next to the hunting club. Anyways.
Have you ever heard of anyone or anything called the Black Wolf?
The hair samples we have are all reddish brown.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you'd heard of a black wolf in general.
Hold on. Hier ist es.
What?
Missing persons case. A runaway teenaged girl. It happened in 1989 in a town called Kirschel, in the Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald, Bavarian National Forest.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just thought I remembered something. It was a sad case, you know. She was very pretty. Ah, yes. Here it is.
What?
There was a supposed witness. An old lady who lived on the edge of town near the woods. She says she saw the girl go into the woods the night she disappeared. Says the wolf got her.
The wolf?
The old lady had been complaining for some time about a huge black wolf in the woods. But no one believed her. She was verrückt, crazy.
No one else ever saw the thing?
Hadn't been any wolves in those woods for 50 years.
So there was probably nothing to it.
That's what I thought at the time. Of course, that was years before this case. Never heard of wolf attacks back then.
So, there was a supposed black wolf attack in 1989. I think that we're in 1993 right now. So, that was only a few years ago, not too long ago from this time.
Do you get a lot of missing persons cases in Germany?
Oh, sure. Mostly teenagers, runaways. It gets worse all the time. Families are not like they used to be, yes?
Suppose not. That's all I wanted to know.
Good. We discuss you now, yes?
I guess.
You want to tell me, or do I have to ask?
I'm investigating the murder of Tony Yuba for her parents.
Why?
I'm an investigator. That's what I do.
You're an American P.I.?
You could say that.
And how did the Hubers end up hiring you?
Mutual friends?
I see. And this evidence you have?
A paw print and some hair samples from the Yuba farm. I spoke with some folks at the zoo as well.
All right, Mr. Knight. I don't know how the police deal with you in America, but in this country, we don't like civilian interference.
I understand.
If you hear something, you come to me. If you see something, you come to me. And under no circumstances are you to speak with the press. You do. And I'll have your passport.
You wouldn't like it. It was a bad hair day.
I am quite serious.
I swear, not a word.
All right. I can't stop you from investigating. But stay out of our way.
Quiet as a shadow. That's me.
And that's all there is to do with him. Now let's take one more look at this thing. There we go. Now I can target it.
Grossberg. Didn't Liba say that was the name of the guy who was killed last night?
Now what you actually want to do is, let's see, take your notepad and write down the stuff that you want. We're being very scrutinized right now. So I think that's the name of another victim or the family of the victim. I'm not sure. Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna take off.
Stay out of trouble.
Of course.
No, at this point, we want to go back to the farm. Because it's time to write another letter.
I'd better make sure Gracie keeps busy. Elsewhere.
I think we could have written this letter a lot earlier, like when we found out about the, or when we found out more about Ludwig the third or second or whoever. I am so forgetful, I am sorry. About King Ludwig. That's why we haven't asked more about him, I guess, is because we want Grace to do more investigating on that end. Alright, so what else is there to find out about this case? Well, you're just going to have to find out next time on Let's Play Gabriel Knight, The Beast Within. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.